So we can't have these antifa militant radicals.
Radical left criminals.
The spotlight may be glaring, but illuminating Antifa is no easy feat.
Did he say what car he'd be driving?
He did not.
It took Target 8 weeks and a trip to Saginaw
Looks like that's probably him.
to track down one Michigan man who says he's Antifa and doesn't care who knows it,
Well, my fellow patriots,
no matter what opponents call him.
They're terrorists, number one.
Ryan Kelly of Jenison, organizer of a recent militia rally in Lansing, says Antifa is the group terrorizing and taking over streets in cities like Seattle.
They're causing a lot of damage and a lot of destruction.
So where should I be looking? Should I look into the camera? Look at you.
But Tony Knoll of Saginaw says he's no terrorist, and Antifa, short for anti-fascist, is no big mystery.
I would like to think that all Americans are anti-fascists. I mean, we fought Hitler and the Nazis and Mussolini, who were all fascists.
Knoll is a part-time bouncer and former community mental health worker who grew up in Portland, Michigan.
Why should we believe that you are Antifa, that
don't
you
have
are
to.
what you say?
You absolutely don't have to.
Is there any way to prove it?
Not really. There's not like a membership card.
Antifa has no central organization, and because of that, Knoll says he can't begin to estimate the size of the grassroots network in Michigan. He says he's identified as Antifa since high school, long before the left-wing extremists gained attention in 2017 for violent confrontations with white nationalists in Charlottesville, Virginia.
All I can tell you is we're not the evil boogeyman people think we are.
What are you?
People that care about our country, that don't want to see it fall into the grip of fascism.
One way he fights that, Knoll says, is by identifying and outing racist business owners on his Facebook page. He also attends Black Lives Matter rallies when he can, he says, to defend protesters should alt-right extremists threaten them.
You have to be able to resort to violence if that's what it comes to. We'd prefer not to if we didn't have to. We have no problem doing it.
Have you done that?
I've punched a few Nazis.
Knoll says that confrontation happened 2 decades ago in another state when he stepped in to defend someone against some skinheads.
People think Antifa is violent agitators trying to incite violence.
There probably are some. I'm not going to deny that there's those people in every group.
But Knoll says he's not one of them, that he only gets physical to protect others. He also says he's personally unaware of any Antifa involvement in riots.
We've heard the same rumors.
Kent County's prosecutor says he's found no Antifa connection either. Nationally, there have been few arrests clearly linked to the movement. In Austin, Texas, police say they arrested 3 Antifa members for breaking into a Target store and going live on Facebook to invite others to join in the looting. When Target 8 asked the FBI about Antifa activities, the agency said it could not comment on open investigations, but that it's seen a, quote, variety of actors motivated by several different ideologies involved in violence at protests nationwide. In Las Vegas, federal prosecutors charged 3 men with ties to the right-wing extremist Boogaloo movement with terrorism-related charges after they allegedly conspired to spark violence at protests.
And look where our country is now.
Back to Tony Knoll now.
I don't even know where to begin to break this down.
We showed him the so-called Antifa manual that's making the rounds on social media. Knoll says, don't believe it. It's a scare tactic written by anti-Antifa, he says.
This handbook says Antifa is trying to create a new world order, a government.
Everything you're saying is direct, like, right-wing rhetoric.
It's tough to find the truth these days. In this polarized nation, the only certainty is that increasingly, extremists on both sides are louder than the voices of those in the middle. I'm Target 8 investigator Susan Samples.